Welcome to Vet Ranch. I'm Dr. Wendy, and this is our newest patient. This is Bambina. Looking at her, you might not think there is anything wrong, besides the fact that she is a little bit skinny, but she actually has a diaphragmatic hernia, which means that her diaphragm that separates her chest wall to her abdomen has a hole in it, and so it's allowing her intestines to be up in her chest. Right now it's not clinically affecting her that much, except that we can't get weight on her and sometimes she breathes a little bit harder than normal, but we want to get it fixed so that way it doesn't cause problems in the future. We're going to do that today. She came from the shelter. The shelters had her for a little while and they just really fell in love with her, so they reached out to us to see if we could fix her. I'll show you the x-rays and then we'll show you some of the surgery. It'll be probably a little bit graphic, so we'll see what we can get away with. They listened to her lungs, it wasn't normal, so then they took the x-ray, and that's how animal control found her hernia. This is her laying on her side, and this is where her heart should be, and all of this overlapping here are basically intestines, everything up in that diaphragmatic hernia. If you look over here, this is her on her back, and this is her heart shoved over all the way, and then up in here in this chest cavity is all intestine, which is not supposed to be there. So they're gonna go ahead and fix that today, and then we'll show you x-rays post-surgery. Okay, Miss Bambina's getting ready. She's prepped. And we're gonna get going on surgery.
Keep an eye on her. If it gets real bad, we can just do an ovarectomy. So she is a female. She's got her uterus that goes back here. There's her ovary. And here is the hernia. Her colon and her small intestine is all up into her chest. Her liver is all normal, and so only thing up in there is the colon and her small intestine. We will get that out here in just a minute. Okay, here we go. Taking everything out of the hernia. Her stomach is up there, and her spleen.
Her spleen's up there too?
There's her stomach. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, there's the hole. See it?
So you put the chest tube in after the walls close?
I'm gonna go through the diaphragm actually.
Oh, okay.
To make it easier. Oh. Hold that gently.
Evacuating the chest now so her lungs can reinflate. Struggling a little bit, so we're breathing for her.
Yeah.
This is post-surgery. We're about to wrap her. This is her chest tube. And as you can see, she's actually a normal-sized dog now because everything has been pushed back to where it belongs. So the tube will stay in at least a couple of days. They're kind of prone to building fluid up in their lungs after this surgery. So we use this to pull off any fluid, any excess air, so that way she can breathe, her lungs can inflate. But as you can see, she's definitely a lot less skinny than she was this morning, now that we returned everything to its place. But we're just gonna wrap her up and let her finish recovering. You can see the heart now and the full chest cavity is nice and clear. The diaphragm's back in position. This is that chest tube, so it runs all the way down and then out. And then here, so it's base cavity is empty now. Her heart's still a little shifted, but that may stay that way. And then that tube that runs all the way down. Here's a side-by-side comparison. So before surgery, after surgery. So that's what it should look like. Yeah. And that's what we had. We are the day after surgery. And I apologize because my arms are not quite as long as Dr. Matt's, so selfie videos are a little bit more challenging. But I've been bringing Bambina home. She came home with me last night and tonight. She developed explosive diarrhea last night, so I'll spare you those details. But she's doing really well today. So this is her chest tube right here. And we are pulling fluid off. Chronic hernias, diaphragmatic hernias are really prone to having fluid buildup in their lungs after surgery. So this is what I've been pulling off. So we have to turn that. And it's really important that outside air does not get up into it, because then that would be air in her lungs or in her chest that we don't want. So, a little bit of fluid, hope you can see it coming out. Not much, not too bad. And we do this about every 2 hours. And lock that. And there we go. Squirt it in here. And so that's what I've gotten off tonight so far. But helps her breathe. And then we'll pull this tube probably in a couple days. Probably tomorrow or the next day. Hey, Bambina. She had a rough couple days.
Hey everyone, this is Dr. Patrick. Here taking out Bambina's tube today. She's had it in for about 3 days, and we're going to go ahead and remove it today. Okay. All done.
This is Bambina's last update, and she's doing really well. So we fixed the hernia, she was spayed, and now we really just need to get weight on her, but really other than that, she's ready to go to her new home. Chihuahua Rescue is going to take her, and hopefully she'll get adopted. She's been the sweetest girl while she's been here. So, you know, she didn't let that slow her down. She's breathing great. She had no complications. Sometimes the surgery can be kind of hard on these guys, but she did awesome. So she's ready to go to her new home, and your donations made this possible. So once again, thank y'all. We appreciate every little help that we can get to save these babies. So we'll see you on the next case.